Hey everyone and welcome. Now if this wasn't proof that Davos, the EU, World Economic Forum are all just a hotbed for evil, vile vipers, liars and plotters, this is probably one of those moments.
The core is one, and I can behold the tide.
This is Ursula von der Leyen at Davos, as she wants to, you ready for this, drive the global collaboration, in other words, one world government, to tackle misinformation and disinformation. Now this is coming from the EU, the biggest proponent of misinformation and disinformation, followed closely by the Fraggles at Davos. Have a listen to what she says though.
For the global business community, the top concern for the next 2 years is not conflict or climate. It is disinformation and misinformation.
In other words, criticism and objecting. That's what that is. Dissent is what they're actually aiming for, isn't it? It's people that are actually speaking out against this tyranny that they're pushing and pushing and pushing. And look at the actual absolute glee in her face when she says this.
Followed closely by polarization within our societies. These risks are serious because they limit our ability to tackle the big global challenges we are facing.
All of them created by the same Fraggles that are in this room. Just remember that.
Changes in our climate and our geopolitical climate. Shifts in our demography and in our technology. Spiraling regional conflicts and intensified geopolitical competition.
And what's fueled all of that, Ursula? What's fueled the geopolitical tensions within our nations? What's fueled all of that? Oh yeah, it was your thirst to flood Europe, wasn't it?
And their impacts on supply chains. The sobering reality is that we are once again competing more intensely across countries than we have in several decades. And this makes the theme of this year's Davos meeting even more relevant: rebuilding trust.
Have you got a chance of rebuilding trust with the people, everyone? Anyone? Anyone? I'll wait for a comment.
This is not a time for conflicts or polarization. This is a time to build trust.
This is a time to lock you all down. This is a time to bring in communist state surveillance on a global level. That's what this is. This is to attack you, punching down because they don't like people saying, hold on a minute, we don't want what you're peddling, you snake oil salesman. In fact, we don't want anything to do with it.
This is a time to drive global collaboration more than ever before. This requires immediate and structural responses to match the size of the global challenges. I believe it can be done.
Jawohl, mein Führer. Now, doesn't that scream tyrant? You see the smug face as she's talking about stripping away all of our freedoms so that they don't lose control of the power. Because that's what this basically boils down to. They don't like X, they don't like social media, they don't like people like you or me saying enough is enough, because it strips away their power from them. And it's absolutely disgraceful. And there's Klaus Schwab in the corner, probably looking just as smug. And all of these evil Fraggles that are supposed to be representing nations are only representing themselves at Davos and what they can do to subvert the will of the people of said nations. Am I wrong on that? Let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe. Please do it. It would really help me out. Stay sane. See you on the next one.